Florida is known for sunshine, beaches, and endless highways. But beneath the palm trees and neon lights, something far darker was moving in the shadows. In the 1990s, a man drifted from bar to bar, state to state, leaving behind fear, blood, and unanswered questions. They would later call him the Sunshine State Killer. His name was Glenn Edward Rogers. To strangers, he was charming, soft-spoken, harmless. But behind closed doors and dim motel lights, investigators say Rogers hid a violent nature, one that may have claimed far more victims than anyone can prove. In November of 1995, Rogers arrived in Tampa, Florida. The city was alive at night. Music, laughter, strangers meeting briefly before disappearing into the dark. It was here that Rogers would meet a woman whose life would soon come to a tragic end. Tina Marie Cribbs was a 34-year-old mother. Friends described her as kind, trusting, and full of life. That night, she met Rogers at a local bar, unaware that this brief encounter would become her last. Inside Tina's apartment, something went terribly wrong. Police would later find signs of a violent struggle, overturned furniture, blood on the floor, and a silence that told the rest of the story. Tina Marie Cribbs had been stabbed to death. Her killer was already on the run. Rogers fled the scene in Tina's car, vanishing into the Florida night. As rain fell on empty highways, he drove forward, not knowing how close the law already was. But this wouldn't be his first escape, and some believe it wouldn't be his last. Days later, police spotted the stolen vehicle. With guns drawn and lights flashing, officers closed in. Glenn Edward Rogers was arrested without resistance. Calm, cooperative, and eerily composed. But what he would say next shocked everyone. Inside the interrogation room, Rogers began to talk. At first, he admitted to Tina's murder. Then he claimed something far more disturbing, that she wasn't his only victim. According to Rogers, she was just one of many. Rogers told investigators he had killed dozens of people across multiple states: Florida, California, Mississippi, Louisiana. More than 70 victims, he claimed. But as detectives investigated, the truth became blurred. Were these real confessions, or lies meant to manipulate? Years later, a shocking allegation surfaced. Rogers allegedly confessed to killing Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman, the infamous murders that put O.J. Simpson on trial. His own brother supported the claim. Authorities, however, dismissed it entirely, calling it another attempt for attention. In Florida, Glenn Edward Rogers was convicted for the murder of Tina Marie Cribbs and sentenced to death. He now sits on death row, still talking, still claiming, still surrounded by doubt. Many questions remain unanswered, and many families may never know the truth. Was Glenn Rogers a ruthless serial killer responsible for dozens of murders? Or a manipulative liar who exaggerated his crimes to stay relevant? The road is quiet now, but the shadows of the Sunshine State still remember his name. If you need more of this stories, like and subscribe to this channel.